the Healing Broken Hearts of Australia Reconciliation Conference and Crusade, and not 90 persons as claimed by his accusers. Defendant Nimley then collected 3,000 US dollars from complainant Momo Fortune of providing him with an Australian visa to attend the church conference, and narrated that he collected from over 80 persons 970 US dollars. Investigation further uncovered that in furtherance of the dubious activities of defendant Emmanuel Nimley, he organized a scam visa program for 5 days from December 5 to 9 and created a false flyer with the image of Liberia, Kenya, and Australian flags and bearing the above team. Meanwhile, Pastor Nimley was transferred from police custody to Morovia Central Prison for alleged theft of property pending court trial. Employees of the Liberia Broadcasting System and the Liberia News Agency have ended a 2-day training aimed at building the digital skills in journalism and fact-checking. Speaking at the close of the training, LBS Director General Eugene Fagon urged participants to use the knowledge acquired to impact their respective institutions.
And so today, I just want to encourage you that what you've learned, utilize it.
The training was organized by the Center for Journalism Innovation for Development and attended by more than 20 participants from the Liberia Broadcasting System and Liberia News Agency. Meanwhile, the participants thanked the organization for the knowledge acquired. Liberia is among several African countries poised to receive 10 billion United States dollars development assistance from the South Korean government. It followed the signing of joint declaration by African heads of state, including President Joseph Boakai and their Korean counterparts at the end of the Korea-Africa Summit. In the joint declaration, South Korea has committed to continue expanding official development assistance up to 10 billion US dollars by 2030 as a catalyst for projects for cooperation with Africa. It says approximately 14 billion US dollars is export financing will be provided by Korean companies by 2030 to encourage their activities in Africa with the aim of stimulating trade and investment with Africa. The signatories to the joint declaration also agreed to regularly review and support the implementation of the commitments made at the summit. Meanwhile, foreign ministers from the African nations and their South Korean counterparts have been tasked to meet in 2020 to evaluate the outcomes of the just ended Korea-Africa Summit. The new leadership of Riverside Citizens Union has envisioned or United Riverside ahead of its inaugural ceremonies this Saturday, June 8. Reports say long-standing political divide has permeated the county and stalled its growth and development. This quotes the new Riverside chairman-elect Alfred Yanaso as pledging its leadership vision to forge reconciliation and unity. Those expected to be inducted include Maxwell Yongwe, co-chair for administration, Abel Ziga, co-chair for operations, and Ezekiel Weah, national secretary general, among others. According to the release, the inaugural ceremony is expected to be attended by high-profile citizens of Riverside and government officials, including Senators Wellington Jevon Smith, Bill Twawe, no, among others. Center for Transparency and Accounting has pledged to work along with relevant institutions to improve the education system of Liberia. Cental's senior program officer Randall McCall said the entity has since provided grants to several civil society organizations to monitor the operations of the institutions and ensure that funding is effectively utilized to improve the education system of Liberia. He also said currently Centaur is conducting alternative resource mobilization to generate additional funding to enhance education in the country. The Centaur Senior Program Officer believes the initiative, when completed, will go a long way in building a vibrant and efficient education system. Citizens and residents of Grand Juda County have praised government for its ongoing road rehabilitation across the southeast. It followed the rehabilitation of more than 110-kilometer road by government along the Zweju-Feluken Highway. Zweju City Solicitor Antonin Jerome Tapper told our correspondent Thursday the move signifies President Boyka's commitment to ensure all primary roads are pliable. Our correspondent named Tapeta to Zweju, Plebo to Bacleville, River G to Grand Gide roads as some of the corridors being rehabilitated. Meanwhile, Anthony Tapper is calling on government and partners to pave major roads in the area as another phase. A joint intra-governmental team is in Grangida County to carry out assessment of various governmental sectors in the county. Those sectors include the county's council, security service center, respectively. The joint intra-governmental team comprises representatives from the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Liberia Revenue Authority, and Governance Commission, among others. A tragic motor accident has killed two persons and severely injured one in Riverside County. The incident happened when the two motorbikes collided near the Yapatown police station in the county. Our correspondent named the victim as Marcus McGill and one Junior, a motorcyclist from Jacksonville in Sino County. The injured person, identified as Collie Swa, is undergoing treatment at the Riverside District Referral Hospital. A 27-year-old woman, Dorothy Yeman, has been discovered dead in Maryland County. According to our correspondent, the victim died as a result of drowning in the Degboa River. Our correspondent quotes the victim's uncle, George Hotosun, as saying the incident occurred recently when Dorothy had gone to set baskets along the river. Medical reports have since revealed the police investigators and family members of the victim that there was no foul play. Meanwhile, the body of Dorothy Yeman has been turned to her family for burial. And more than 200,000 farmers and agriculturists are expected to shortly benefit grants from the government of Liberia. The grants will cover 6 of Liberia's 15 political subdivisions to enable local farmers expand and increase production. The projects will be implemented by the Ministry of Gender with funding from World Bank. It will benefit farmers and agriculturists from rural Montserrado, Bomi, Grand Cape Mount, Grand Jude, Riverside, and Babolu counties.
Grace Tao and the news bulletin. She returns a little later with the weather report and foreign news. One of the big stories we're following, Education Ministry orders closure of JWPS in High